Well, well, well. Number one, football season is about to arrive. Actually, the games are playing. I'm about to go get a TV right now so I can get into the game because I don't know what's going on. But I will tell you, I need at the time I'm recording now, I need 2 more teams for my fantasy football league. All right, 2 more teams. Out of 10, I already got 8. Just put a little word out and all of a sudden got 8. So I like that. So anyway, here we got this going on for all you Brady haters here, including the computer, because this is the second time I'm recording this shit here, and the computer just cuts me off after I start saying Brady haters. So for all you Brady haters, this hat's for you. Other than that, I want to say thank you for all the support we're getting so far on this show. When I say we, I say me and AJ, or AJ and I, to be in more proper English terms. I want to thank you all for tuning in. The Mature Love Show, which was the last show, was a hit. Wow. Got a lot of comments. As a matter of fact, here's one of them. What it do, folks? You tune into another episode of Inqronicles. Thank you very much. And I'd like to touch on a subject I'm going to say. Patience of a control freak. Control freak being myself. So, as you can see, it's a different backdrop now in the background because I'm in my new place. But this is where the patience comes in. Alright, so to give you a little backstory, I was moved from San Diego out here to West Palm Beach, Florida, because I'm pretty skilled at what I do. But one thing that I found is that when it came down to trying to find a place, there was just a whole lot of obstacles that I had to go through. Alright, number one, we're staying in a hotel, as you can see if you're following me on Facebook. So that in itself was a headache. First it was being paid for, and the next thing I know, I had to pay for it. So each day to day, I was paying for a room in hopes that the following day I'd have a place. All right, and I did that for probably about a month, maybe, no, not a month, maybe about a couple weeks. So anyway, during the time while we had the room, I should say, I'm out here looking for different places. Now, the thing that we found out here, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and AJ. The thing that we found is that when you're trying to find a place out here, the majority of the places, at least for what we were looking for, you had to go through a realtor. Then, not only that, you were paying first, last month rent plus a deposit, which was usually the rent. Okay, so I went through probably about 4 or 5 realtors, 5 to be exact, and they're all giving me listings and. You know, you can go online, look these listings up, and give you a little shot of the inside of the place, blah, 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 blah. I'm going through these realtors, but supposedly there's a code out here where, you know, you're dealing with one realtor, you're not supposed to deal with anyone else. But the thing was, time was of the essence. I'm paying for a room day to day. Prior to that, my company's paying for a room every other day, or for a week at a time, so on and so forth. The time was of the essence. So you got one realtor, he's going, okay, here's a bunch of houses, and they're all crap near the train tracks, and they're in neighborhoods that I didn't want to live in, and so on and so forth. I gave him a price listing, gave them all a max of what I wanted to pay, looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, that kind of thing. So I'm getting these listings from these people day to day. They're giving me listings of different things, and I'm noticing that some of them are giving me the same places. They might give me, say, 15 in one, 20 in another, 30 in another, but out of all of those 3, 10 same places kept coming up. So I started to realize that there was a game out here when it came down to this. Anybody could do this. Prime example. So I go into a place. We go into a place. We're looking at it based on one realtor, who, by the way, I gave $50 to, so that he could do a credit check. Anyway, we go into these properties, and as we come out, another lady is looking at the property, and she said, asks us if we're realtors. We tell her no, and she said, "Oh, I was about to show somebody that place." We ask her, a little bit about her credentials. She's not a realtor. She's in the process of becoming a realtor, but she has the ability to show this place. We finally find the 5 realtors, boils down to about 2. We find some places, we're looking at them, we're going in and out, Then you put in an application. The people that are managing the properties, they will go ahead and okay everything, do the credit check and all that within 15 minutes. But if there's an HOA, now you got to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before you get a decision. But remember, time is of the essence. We're staying in a hotel. Needless to say, as soon as we would find something, we'd get the money order or whatever the case may be for these people. We'd ask them, so how long is it going to take? Oh, it's going to take us 15 minutes. All right. Then you pay them to do that. They come back. Okay, now we're just waiting on the HOA. Really? We told you we didn't want an HOA in some cases. We told you we didn't want an HOA. Okay. Had one guy, like I said, gave him $50. He goes to a company, finds something that we're looking at, likes what we like what he's showing us. He asks us to give him a money order so he can make a copy to show to the woman, so that because this is what she requested. And this way would kind of hold the place. Well, the very next day, the woman calls me directly asking me who my realtor is. Again, I paid this guy $50 to do a credit check and a background check, so that anytime that he found whatever it was, he could use that information to bypass application fees, which I didn't bring up. Application fees for every place that we were looking at. The application fees being that they're charging you to look up credit and background, as well as pocketing some money under the guise of administrative fees, which can reach anywhere from $75 to as high as $150 per adult. All right. So anyway, these people tell me, well, we do our own credit checks. I said, well, I paid him to do one. Well, yeah, he gave it to us, and we don't go by that. We do our own credit checks. As people could be fraudulent or miscalculating, or basically altering what they have, the information to try to get you in. So we don't go for that. So I'm out $50. Then the lady tells me that I can't move further with her directly because I have to go through this guy. So immediately I fired him. All right, so then now we have AJ. Both of us are working, okay? Both of us are working during all this nonsense. She's going in from 8:30 to 5. I'm going in from 8 to 5:30. Basically meaning we have no time to be running around looking at places, so we have to go through the internet to do all this and do all that as far as looking for a place. All right? So we have all of that going on, and this woman says to me, okay, well, the application is done. Now we have to wait on the HOA. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get the money because, hey, my company's going to pay for the deposit and all of that. And now they're holding up. I'm asking them for the money. I'm actually asking them what it is that I can do. And they're hemming and hawing, buying time for themselves, basically trying to make it so that when payday comes, they can give me the money. But instead of just saying that, they're just hemming and hawing, okay? Long story short, I finally get the money from them. Now they're on me about trying to get a place. What's going on with your place? What's going on with your place? AJ has to take off from work so that we can find a place, because we just don't have the ability to be looking around. And if you think the weekend is the time to be looking for a place and then getting administrative things done, you only have Saturday to do that. So I say all that because it's a longer story than that. If you want to know and you know me well enough, hey, hit me up on email, I'll tell you the story. But the basis is we now are in a place that's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, big living room, big dining room, big kitchen, all the amenities, washer, dryer, pool, racquetball, tennis, workout, all kinds of stuff going on in this property for a nice nice, easily affordable rent. Took a long time to do it. A lot of frustration. A lot of now my lady AJ is a very religious woman. A lot of the devil is a lie. All right? Because the devil is a liar. But he was very busy too. Very busy. Every turn we took, this guy was right there just messing it up. As a matter of fact, let me give you another quick story. So I had to get this money order to try to get a place. When we found out that this guy was fraudulent, and really all we had to do was pay $50 again, I go to the place that I got the money order from, and they take 2 days before they can give me my money. Didn't take them that long to get the money. I pulled the money out right then and there and paid for the money order. That same day, they can't cash the money order. So I had to come back the next day. When I come back the next day, oh, the money order machine is down right now. Oh, we don't have that much money in the till right now. You have to come back. Lady, I gotta go to work. You see what I'm saying? So I say all of this to say that patience is a virtue. This allowed me to be the patient person that I truly am, but lost over the years. But I will say that good things come to those that wait. I had to wait a long time to get into this place. A long time. Had to deal with a whole lot of nonsense in order to make things happen. But I learned patience. And so I'm going to teach you a couple of things that I think you should know when it comes down to patience, in case you are not a patient person. One, if you pre-plan your day, week, month, do what you call preventive maintenance, you wouldn't have to deal with nonsense like that. You'd have your stuff all planned out. Now, again, in our case, a lot of these things were planned out, okay? And the devil was sitting there around the corner just messing it up. Every move we made. Pre-plan your days, weeks, months in advance. There's nothing wrong with it. When you do things like that, you also find out if there are flaws, or if what kind of money you need, how much money you need, what kind of events are going to pop up when it is time for you to do things. Holidays, days off from, places being closed, so on and so forth. So what I do is on Sundays, I plan my week out, and I put in everything from what it is I'm trying to do during the week, what I've told people I'm going to do with them during the week, how much it's going to cost, so that when payday comes, I know how much I'm going to pay on such, and work out through my budget, aka another planning tool. I also know what it is that I'm going to do in advance. I'm too old to be playing games. With that, I'm going to leave y'all alone. Patience of a control freak. See y'all next week. Inqronicles, baby.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.
Let's pretend like this never happened.
Look, I don't like having to trust anyone because I'm always disappointed. But just once I'd like to know that I could actually trust someone. That for at least one person, everything wasn't about money.